So you say average model is doing about 15,000 a month. Is that in net? I take it, yeah.
Yeah.
$15,000 average net per month, which is just fucking insane. With six of them, are you? If you don't mind closing kind of percentages, are they 50, 60 around there?
50.
50. Okay. Okay. So yeah, I mean, in terms of your agency, fucking hell. You
It's
guys
been
are
going
making,
well.
yeah, in your first month. That's absolutely insane. So, guys, welcome to today's student interview. This one is absolutely insane. This is with a student called Rami. We've had to blur his face for privacy reasons, but nevertheless, his results are absolutely incredible. He's been doing OFM for just 4 weeks and he's got 6 models, and each one of them is doing an average of $15,000 a month, and he takes a 50% cut on each one of those. That is 4 weeks into OFM, 6 models signed, and each one of those doing $15,000 a month each. And it takes 50%. You heard that right. Absolutely incredible. Here's what Rami had to say about our coaching, how he's been able to achieve this, and his entire journey. I hope you guys enjoy. If you are watching this and you would like to be one of these next student results and you want to earn similar results, then click the link down below in the description as well. Book a call with us, and we could potentially offer you a chance to join our coaching program to go through the exact same coaching that Rami has just gone through to achieve similar results. Without further ado, hope you enjoy this one. It's absolutely insane. First for me as well, because I actually don't know where you're at, bro, in terms of the agency. So I'll be
Oh.
I'll be learning myself as well. But the same as everybody, Rami will just jump into it. So I always like to ask you guys to give all the viewers a bit of context about who you are and what do you do and how did you get into it?
Yeah, of course, man. So at the moment, I'm managing an OnlyFans agency, OnlyFans management agency. It's going really, really well. I learned a lot from you guys. I've only been doing it for a month now, and it's been 3 weeks with you guys. I also do some other businesses on the side, but I'm mainly focusing on this for the time being.
Good stuff. So you got into OFM about a month ago, all in, right? So you kind of started learning about it and getting into it. Um, and then what? So after a week of kind of learning about OFM, I was going to ask, how did you find us? But it's pretty hard not to. I feel like we're everywhere on social media. The
uh,
the yeah, go ahead.
yeah, I was just gonna say I got into it the first week from you guys from social media.
Got you. Got you, got you. And then, once you jumped on a call with perhaps one of our team members, was there any, because the reason why I like to ask this question, by the way, for a bit of context, somebody might be watching this and they might be having the same thought process of, well, I kind of want to join the coaching, but they may be in two minds about it, a little bit unsure. Did you ever go through that? Or what went through your mind when you thought, okay, let's just take the risk and invest and join these guys?
Yeah, so I'll be honest with you. I was watching a lot of your videos and you just seemed like you knew what you were doing. And I'm the type of guy that does my own research always. So I started researching the course, a bit about you guys, and there's obviously some good reviews and some bad reviews. And then I was like, you know what, I'll just hop on this call, see how I feel about it. And to be honest, it was awesome. Everything was backed with, facts and truth, and there was just proof on everything that was being said. And then all the concerns I had were just answered right away. And I'm just guessing the bad reviews were just from people that, just didn't want to put in the work and just didn't want to, just didn't understand that they have to work hard. They just thought it was easy money, and nothing is easy money in this world.
That's fact. That's fact. Yeah, I think with anything, it's pretty difficult. If anything, it's probably impossible to find anybody who's at a large level online where they're just perfect. There's not a single person who's had a bad experience, right? It's naturally, it just happens over time. We try our best, of course, to rectify everything and make sure every person has an incredible experience. But yeah, I mean, I think right now we have nearly 700, if not over 700 people in the paid community. So it's getting a little bit out of hand. But no, that's good stuff. Okay, so when you joined the actual coaching and you invested and you joined a program, I'm assuming you still didn't have any clients. You didn't have any models.
So to be honest with you, no, I had 20 models, 20 models ready to go. I'm a really good salesman. So I was able to convince the models pretty easy. But they were like all models from the scratch. To be honest, I was taking a bit of your advice from the YouTube videos, so I was able to, to get a few. But once I hopped on the call, I noticed that it's not about the quantity, it's more about the quality. And I just kept seeing that during, my time with you guys. And so I actually did not take any of those 20. and I actually now have 6 models.
Wow. Okay. Okay. So you had 20 potential clients ready to work with you, right? And then you thought, wait, it's probably going to be a waste of time. Are they all just going to be starting out from zero?
Yeah, there. Well, one was making, I think, like 600 a month, something like that.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. Okay, got you. And the six that you got then, bro, what was the process behind that? Because again, people watching this, they will think, how the hell is this guy joined and got six clients straight away? Because in most other businesses, it's unheard of. And so what was the kind of process for you like?
Yeah, actually, it was pretty smooth. Every step that I was having a difficult time with, I would just reach out to the guys on the Discord. And Harry, such big help. He would always, get back to us and give us advice. All the six these models I hopped on, they were the only six that I actually reached out to, and all of them said yes. Um, because we're just able to prove that I know what I'm doing. We're good at marketing, because the most important thing about this industry is just the marketing side, and how to market your model correctly. So if you can prove that, there's no reason why the model will say no. So it's just been a smooth process.
Amazing, amazing. And again, I just want to give people watching a bit of context who's obviously not in the private community, right? For somebody who's not in there and obviously curious, okay, what's in there? What's in the behind the scenes? I want to join, right? Just talk to people about like your experience. How do you use it? How do you ask questions? How do you get feedback? How do you get support? What have been the best things that kind of helped you move the needle forward as the community and the course as well?
Yeah, so with the course, to be honest, it's just everything that you need. If you watch the course and really understand it, I think you can at least if you put the work in, make $10,000 per month in profit. But then with the extra, community, you're able to make connections with all these successful, entrepreneurs, that will give you advice on the smallest of things that, instead of it taking you a month to find out, it only takes you a few minutes. Just, you just ask it on the Discord. And then Harry, man, he's just so helpful. He's always on calls with us. He gives so much time with us. He always does, I think, like 3 weekly calls where he answers all our questions. And he takes really good care of us, to be honest. So the course and the community are just crazy, man.
Love it. Love it. Thank you for the feedback, man. I genuinely appreciate it. And for anybody who's watching, by the way, perhaps on YouTube, who no idea who Harry is, most people do nowadays, which is so crazy because Harry's them behind the scenes. But Harry's my business partner. He does a lot of the coaching calls, like 99% of the coaching calls he does. And he's the brains behind the actual coaching calls themselves, which is incredible. Yeah. We've recently just got Jack on board as well. Jack is the new community manager. So whenever you guys have questions, he's always there. That's literally his job, is just to be on that Discord replying to your questions, guys. Which is good stuff. Okay, cool. And then again, for people watching, because again, they're probably going to be curious. So you got 6 models on board. What kind of challenges have you faced? How's it all going? And kind of how much are they earning?
Yeah. So the average model with me is earning around 15K per month. So we're doing pretty well. And then the
That's
challenges I
insane.
faced, yeah,
In the
the
first month.
challenge, yeah, the first month. So they're doing really well, man. But the challenges that I faced a bit were, at first it was a bit challenging to build up a team. And to actually get like some really good team members on board, because when you're, dealing with that big of, numbers, you need a team around you, so you're building a business. So that was kind of a difficult part. And then there's so many traffic sources. So I always recommend, when you first start out, and I know you guys recommend the same thing, is just focus on 1 or 2 traffic sources and get really good at it. So it took a bit of time just to find out which traffic source we understand the best. And for now, we're doing really, really well on Reddit.
Very interesting. So with the models that you took on board, so the 6 of them, I'm assuming they already had a fairly large online following, or did you guys build it up from scratch?
Half half. So none of them were like from scratch. The smallest one had already 1K following on Instagram, and I believe like 3K on TikTok. And then our biggest model that we were able to onboard had 50K on Instagram.
Wow. Okay. Okay. And with all of them, are you guys really pushing Reddit at the moment, or some of them have different kind of marketing strategies?
Yeah, so mainly Reddit, and then we also do the tube method on some of them. and then a bit of Instagram bots
Hmm.
with you guys, because you
Okay.
guys also, yeah, provide that, automated Instagram bots. So we also we're utilizing that, which helps a lot too.
Hmm. And at the time of this call, I'm assuming you've got now the chatters on board. You got some staff members hired, or is that still something you're working on?
No, so I do have some chatters on board, and we do have some marketing employees too. I personally like doing chatting a lot myself, which kind of sounds a bit zetsy, but um, the gratification of just able to make the money and see it real time is pretty nice. So I like doing the chatting myself. So usually I'm doing the work. I'm on hands with the chatters.
Hmm. Okay, interesting stuff. But I mean, those are absolutely fucking crazy numbers, bro. So you say average model is doing about 15,000 a month.
Mhm.
Is that in net? I take it, yeah.
Yeah.
$15,000 average net per month, which is just fucking insane with six of them. Are you, if you don't mind closing kind of percentages, are they 50, 60 around there?
50.
50. Okay. Okay. So yeah, I mean, in terms of your agency, fucking hell. You
It's
guys
been
are
going
making,
well.
yeah, in your first month. That's absolutely insane. Um, wow. Yeah, it was just whenever I do these calls, because I come from an SMA background, so like a marketing agency, social media marketing agency. And with that business model, typically you're quite lucky if you close a client that will pay you a retainer of like $2,000, $3,000 a month. And if
Mhm.
you do close them, you have to do a lot of fucking work for that. Like a lot. Like I really mean a lot, bro. There's so much stress in it, etc. And also, if you're going to go from zero to closing your first client at like 3K a month, it typically takes like 3 to 5 months on average. 3 months is very early. So for somebody like yourself to start a brand new business model, OFM, to sign six models, each one of them making about $15,000 a month, and you're taking 50% of that on each one, fucking insane. That's crazy. Um,
Yeah.
so again, I don't want to. There's a reason, by the way, for everybody watching on YouTube. There's a reason why your face is blurred. Because just personal privacy. I completely get that. The question I was going to ask is, how does it feel, obviously, earning this amount of money like so quickly? But you come from a very interesting background. So for me, it's what I'm curious about is like moving forward. What's your thought process with it? Because it's not like you're like, oh my God, right, let's just fucking blow it all. Because most people would be in that mindset. I'm just curious of yourself. Are you thinking, okay, let's reinvest into the company, let's get more staff members, more marketing strategies, or are you just saving that money, investing it elsewhere?
Yeah, so actually I do have a smaller equity partner with me in this business, and then we both agreed the first 6 months we will not be touching one dime from the profits that we make. I just believe that if you want to be successful, you have to reinvest all the money you make. The first at least 6 to 1 year, like 6 to 12 months. And we're just gonna reinvest into the marketing. I want these models to be at 50K or 60K, because I've seen some of your models, man. It's insane. So yeah, I wanna be basically you guys. I'm looking up to you guys at the moment, and I want to reach what you guys reached, and we just can't reach that if we don't reinvest.
Love it. Well, you're definitely on the right fucking steps, my friend. You're definitely on the right track there. That's really good stuff. Yeah, I think the hardest part is just getting those right clients to work with. That's the hardest part. And I don't even mean that in the sense that like, oh, you have to get somebody who's a massive celebrity or a massive influencer. You can grow a model who's just like an average girl going to college or university, right? It's more about the work ethic, the availability, and how committed is the model. That's the hardest part is finding people like that. We've recently just taken on one more client, which we rarely do nowadays. We have the core four that we really tend to work with. This is a new one that we just taken on. And the reason why I'm saying this, by the way, is she is in the States. We're in a different time zone, and she has literally changed her fucking sleep pattern to adjust to our timing just so she can talk to us and create content. That's what I mean. Like that's insane. And she was already doing 50,000 a month. Um, I believe the first day we made her chatting go from about 1.5 thousand in 24 hours to just shy of 9,000 literally in the first day.
Wow.
So we're going to scale her chatting quite nicely as well. But yeah, so the hardest part, and again for everybody watching on YouTube and for yourself as well, bro, The hardest part is just finding those like A-star clients to work with who are genuinely committed to just making a fuck ton of cash. Um, for anybody watching, again, not for yourself, you know this, bro, but for anybody watching, you don't want to waste time trying to work with clients who don't want to show their face. They might not want to create certain bits of content. They don't want to be shown in a certain country. Just all these like red flags. You just need somebody who's just going all in. Which is, by the sounds of it, you probably already have those, which is fantastic. It's time to just scale them. Good stuff.
Yeah. I would say this, that it is motivating when she's all, work and she's ready to do anything. You're even more motivated to work with her, because I've worked with one model that wasn't really motivated to do
Mhm.
anything, and it just wasn't fun.
It just makes everything so much more difficult, right? At
Yeah.
the end of the day, you guys are literally 50-50. So if you're putting in all the effort, you're there, your communication is there, you're giving her all the content ideas, and then the client isn't producing, well, you're literally not going to be able to make cash. So yeah, cool. And then next steps then, bro. What's coming? What's kind of the next projects you're working on? I mean, God, you're still fucking first month in, which is just insane. But yeah, moving forward, kind of what are the things that you're working on?
So a bit ambitious, man, but I want this, to be, making multi-millions in revenue, because I see the potential. And also, as I mentioned, we're really good with chatting, and that's the part that I really like doing too. So I'd also, next steps is also outsourcing that service to, other agencies that might need it, that just aren't as good at it, because it's normal. Not everyone is good at everything, and sharing the skills, and that's really the best part of the communities. Everyone can just share their skills. So yeah, that's something I'm looking to do also.
Very interesting. There's a gap in the market for that, for sure, bro. For sure. There's of course a lot of chatting agencies, but a lot of them disappoint. A lot of them promise the
Mhm.
world, but then they underdeliver. And yeah, in terms of the community, what you just mentioned there, you're in the best place, bro. Without trying to sound like big headed, I think by far our community is the best one. One for the size of it, but then the quality. I think it's no good having like 20,000 people in a community if it's just shit, if nobody's being serious and nobody actually wants to make connections and make cash, right? Whereas with us, it's a little bit more tight knit, but everybody's very, very serious and happy to help each other. Um, so yeah, if that's something you would launch, I think obviously the community is there and it'd be very receptive. It's really good stuff. Cool,
Yeah.
my friend. It's crazy because typically I tend to, go through like, okay, how was your first month? How was your second month? All the way up to month 6. Motherfucker's been doing it for 4 weeks. Absolutely insane results, bro. It's crazy.
Like, I
Um,
appreciate it, man.
and yeah, I think the last thing, because I think, to be honest, a lot of people probably will find this really hard to believe or understand. Again, perhaps as much as you like to share, of course, in terms of previous kind of experience, I know you mentioned, hopefully I can say this. If not, just let me know. I'll bleep this out. You ran a dropshipping store, I believe, right? Something that you dabbled in quite a while ago.
Yeah.
Um,
It was 5 years ago.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. So quite a while ago. Yeah. Now, do you think there is anything in like particular, anything specific other than obviously the coaching that helped you fast track the success? But do you think is there anything else that really helped you in your past experience? Maybe you built a different business, you learned experience from somewhere else, anything of that nature that helped you get this successful so quickly in OFM?
Yeah. So I will mention it. I do run a hedge fund. Also, that is my main thing. I am taking a bit of a sidestep while building out this agency, obviously. But I have been running a hedge fund since 2021, and it's been very, very successful. And I get the ins and outs of, business from it. And yeah, I think that helped me, to be honest, why I'm seeing such good results. But I would say, man, if it weren't for you guys, it would just be a lot slower and a lot more tedious. Um, as I just mentioned, something that would take a month is taking me like a few days to understand. So yes, I'm doing really well, but all appreciation goes to you guys at the end of the day. So yeah.
Bless, appreciate it. Yeah, just fast tracking your success. I think from your previous experience, what you just mentioned there, I think what's really interesting, maybe you don't even like realize it, but I reckon you seeing all those fucking massive numbers just subconsciously program you to be like, okay, fuck this. I'm not making 5,000 a month with a model. I'm going 15, 20, 50, 100K a month. So you don't settle for less.
Yeah. Yeah. So when I was when I first did my call with Steven, I believe his name is,
Yeah.
um, he was asking me what my goals are. And I told him right out the bat, I'm like, man, if I'm not making, 300, 400,000 per month in revenue, then I don't want this. And he was kind of like he was happy how ambitious I was, but I think he was a bit like, yeah, but you'll need some time, which is normal. No business is just, reaching that type of numbers in like a few months. Um, but for me, it's, as you said, because, I'm running this other really successful business, and I know how the business world works. So I'm pretty confident in my mindset and my own hard work. And I truly believe I can do it. So yeah.
That's really cool. That's really great. Yeah. I think hopefully now that you said that, a lot of people start to kind of put the two and two together. Because I feel like for the average person watching this that is going to like college or uni, whatever, who's working a 9 to 5, hearing these numbers, they're going to be like, what the fuck? In 4 weeks, it's just absolutely insane. So all the hats off to you, bro. I appreciate you as well taking the risk and joining the coaching program. It's clearly been a massive success for you. So anybody else watching this, I'll leave your links down below as well. Feel free to check you out on whatever links you want me to send. Probably just your agency or perhaps socials. It's up to you, bro. But bro, that's fucking insane in the first 4 weeks. Absolutely incredible. So
Appreciate it.
yeah, I look forward to speaking to you again on one of these calls in a couple of months' time, seeing how many millions you made at that point, bro.
Hopefully, I'll be sitting beside you, man.
That's it. That's it, brother. But cool. Thank
Yeah,
you
man.
very much for taking the time out of your day as well to jump on this, bro. Appreciate you. So yeah, everybody watching this on YouTube, check him out down below in the links below. Same as what I mentioned earlier. If you want to be one of the next student results, student testimonial, one of these interviews, there will be a link below that as well to book a call with us, potentially get a chance to join our coaching program. Other than that, from us too, peace out.